In such a stress-filled role, it's important to understand that you and me, missing our quota, not closing a deal means absolutely nothing for our lives. Yes, having a bad quarter, year, half could lead to a PIP, which ultimately and most likely will lead to us getting fired or laid off. But if that happens, there's always going to be another sales job at another company for us to work. In the past, I don't know if you guys do this too, but in the past, and still sometimes today, I tie my mood and my identity to my sales performance. And that has led to depression and lots of therapy sessions. Lots and lots of therapy sessions. There's a lot more to life than sales. Happiness, relationships, experiences, having fun. Way more important than you and me hitting quota. But I haven't always seen it that way. And here's the funny thing. 7 years ago, I started my first sales role out of college. I worked that job for a year. And in that year, I went a perfect 12 for 12. I missed my quota 12 out of 12 months. I was one of 60 reps in my division, and I was the worst performing rep in my division. And the person I was 7 years ago when I was 22, 23 years old is not all that different than who I am today. Yeah, I'm more skilled as a salesperson. I have more experience. I'm more talented as a salesperson. But thinking back to that experience, I was not put in a position to succeed with leadership who was going to help me succeed. I'm not trying to make excuses, guys. Like, I was really bad at the job. I had no idea what I was doing, but back then, I had all the intangibles needed to be successful. I just was not put in a position to be successful. After that job, I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I should just get out of sales altogether and do a normal job like all my friends have. But I'm not that smart of a guy. Like, I'm really not that smart, guys, whatsoever. And I was like, what else am I going to do? Like, there's nothing else I'm going to do. I'm just going to maybe get another sales job. And that's what I did. And I worked that job for a couple years. That job didn't work out. I got another sales job. I lasted 2 weeks in that sales role before quitting. And then after I quit, I think it was like 3 days after I quit, COVID hit. I was out of work for 6 months. Out of desperation, I took another sales role. That sales role put me into therapy. That was the worst spot I was ever mentally, working that sales job. And then I lucked into the role I'm in today. I completely lucked into it. I lucked into the manager I was working for the first 3 years in this role, who's the best manager I'll probably ever work for, who handed me the best territory in my division. I did absolutely nothing special to get where I am today. Things just finally worked out, and I was put in a position to win. I got lucky, and I know that my luck is going to run out. Like, the next role I get is probably not going to be this good. The next role I get, there's a good chance I struggle. I don't make as much money. I'm not as successful. Maybe I'm put on a PIP. Maybe I'm laid off and fired. But you know what? There's always going to be another sales role. And eventually, my luck is going to turn and things are going to work out and go in my favor. And I'm going to be put in a position to win. Luck. And I know a lot of people don't want to talk about luck in sales. And I decided with this YouTube channel, I'm going to over-index on expressing that luck is so important to our success as salespeople, because most salespeople, most sales influencers don't want to admit it. They say it's all talent, skill, which they're full of it. And I invest more money, time, energy into becoming a professional salesperson than 99.99% of salespeople do. I invest a ton of money into this. And I realize that luck is a huge factor, huge factor in this. And another thing I want to say, guys, is this YouTube channel does not mean I'm good at sales. It means I'm good at talking about sales. Those people posting on LinkedIn who have hundreds of thousands of followers does not mean they are good at sales. It means they're good at posting on LinkedIn. So be careful who you listen to, because there's a lot of charlatans out there. And I'm just like you guys. I struggle just like you guys. I miss my quota just like you guys. I have bad weeks just like you guys. I suck at cold calling just like you guys. You know, I know the 30 whatever thousand followers we have on this YouTube channel might not seem like it's like that, but it is. And I'm like you. I'm trying to become a professional salesperson. That's the entire point of this YouTube channel. So if you're trying to become a professional salesperson too, make sure you hit subscribe and just keep going. You might be struggling to get a new sales role. You might be struggling in your job. There's always going to be another role, and you're probably not in the position you need to be right now to succeed because you're not in a position to win. Just keep going, and I promise you, the tide will turn, your luck will turn, and things will work out. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you.